So finally, we have the war domain.
Yeah.
The war domain has been improved across the board. One of the ways that you'll see that immediately is in Guided Strike. You can now, right from the start, use this to benefit other people. It used to be that you could only use it on yourself when you first got it. And this is for people who don't remember, this is the Channel Divinity where you can just give yourself a gigantic +10 to hit.
Yeah.
And people have seen Omen Drawn do this many times in Acquisitions Incorporated. But you had to wait till a much higher level to be able to use it on other people.
Yeah.
Now you can use it on yourself or other people right away.
Oh, wow, okay.
And we did this similar to some of the changes we made in the Trickery domain. We did this so that this would be more cleric-y right from the start. The whole cleric class is about interactions with other party members, because even if you're a cleric who isn't focusing on healing, clerics still have a number of abilities that otherwise buff their friends, and so we're always looking for ways to make sure that even when clerics might be leaning more in a sort of damage dealing direction, that there still is an interaction element when it comes to their buddies. Now, the advantage of doing this also means we free up a class feature slot where we can then put in something new, so that you're not having an entire feature eaten up by now you can use this on your friends.
Yeah.
So there's a double advantage to us making a change like this. We also, in the War Priest ability, which you get at 3rd level along with Guided Strike and your domain spells, we have made it so that you can now make an unarmed strike with the bonus action attack, not just a weapon strike. This is actually something we've done in a number of places in the New Player's Handbook, where previous abilities that only worked with weapons now also work with unarmed strikes. We're doing this not only for the sake of multi-classing, but also because we know that people, regardless of what class they have, sometimes like the fantasy of playing an unarmed character. And so we wanted to support that. We have also made it so that you regain the uses of your War Priest ability when you complete a short or a long rest. So you're also going to be able to use this more often. At level 6 with the War God's Blessing, we reuse the old name, but in terms of functionality, it is brand new because now we've made it so that you can burn Channel Divinity uses to cast Shield of Faith or Spiritual Weapon. We decided we wanted to make the War Domain Cleric the type of cleric who has the easiest time casting 2 of the most iconic low-level war-themed cleric spells, Shield of Faith and Spiritual Weapon. One defensive and the other one offensive. And so that means that the War Domain cleric, more than any other cleric, will be able to shield their allies or bring out that spectral weapon to bash foes easier than any other kind of cleric.
This is a nasty spell list too. Steel, Wind, Strike is in here.
Oh yeah, the spell list has been revised in ways that are really exciting.
Yeah.
So the Steel, Wind, Strike, this is a great example of how all the domain lists and other subclass spell lists have benefited from the expanded spell chapter, because Steel, Wind, Strike wasn't in the 2014 Player's Handbook. But when we made the decision to have this really spicy ranger spell appear in this book, we thought, oh, this is perfect for the War Domain Cleric as well.
Yeah.
Before we move on to their capstone, I should also mention that if the War Cleric uses their Channel Divinity to cast Shield of Faith or Spiritual Weapon, it doesn't require concentration.
Oh, nice.
And if you cast it, again, using your Channel Divinity rather than a spell slot. So extra spicy.
Yeah.
Finally, Avatar of Battle even has been tweaked in that before you got resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, but only those damage types when dealt by non-magical weapons. We've removed that non-magical weapon part so that now you just simply gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Meaning that this new version of the War Cleric, more than ever before, will be able to, be this priest character who is throwing down in the middle of battle.
When you pre-order the digital physical bundle, you also get an exclusive digital Gold Dragon Mini for our 3D virtual tabletop, the Dragons of D&D Digital Art Book, 15 dice sets, 34 frames, and 15 backdrops. And if you pre-order the digital 2024 Player's Handbook on D&D Beyond, you get exclusive bonuses. 12 sets of digital dice representing each class, 10 new frames, and 5 new backdrops. And all of those Player's Handbook bonuses are available right now on D&D Beyond. You can find the links to all of that in this video description. Thank you so much for watching. We have a ton of video content coming out about the new Player's Handbook and all the new core rulebooks, the new monster manual, the new Dungeon Master's Guide. So be sure to check out all of that content. And thank you for watching.